Okay, this is the Chapter 2 review, problems number 15 through 18. In order to do this, we're going to need that demand equation that we did back here in our earlier video, and we did that for problem number 14. So I've copied it over here just so that we have it handy. Number 15 is express expenses as a function of Q. Our problem tells us that our our variable costs are $150 per unit. That means that it costs us $150 in parts for every single iPad, whatever they call this thing that we produce. Our fixed costs are $160,000. Okay, so again, $160,000 are things like our delivery trucks in our building, our salaries to our employees, all the stuff that doesn't change with the number that we produce. If we produce 0 units, our expenses would be $160,000. For every unit we produce, the expenses go up by $150 per unit. Number 16, revenue equals price times the quantity. I've given you that answer. You don't have to type anything here. Just know that revenue is equal to the price we charge times how many units that we sell. This is the answer. So what we can do in 17 is we can use we can convert our revenue equation so that we can later graph it using our prices. So we know that revenue equals price times quantity. Here is our quantity, all right? So revenue equals the price times our Q is here determined by our demand curve. So negative 30.74 P plus 19,330, all right? We can simplify that. Multiply P times this, we're going to get 3074 P squared plus 19,330 P. So our revenue equation becomes negative 30.74 P squared plus 19,330 P. That's our revenue equation. Our expense equation, we can do the same thing. Up here, our expense equation, we have a Q. Our demand becomes the Q, all right? Becomes the quantity. So our expense equation is equal to 150 times negative 30.74 P plus 19,330 and plus our fixed expenses of $160,000. Now again, we can go ahead and we can solve, okay, we can distribute this to simplify it a little bit. We can simplify here now. We can simplify here now by distributing the 150 through here. We take 150 times 3074, we come up with 4611 P plus 150 times 19,330, pretty big number here, plus our 160,000. And then we can simplify this. It should be a negative number here, my fault. So simplify this a little bit further. We add these two numbers together, we get 3,059,500. put the commas in there so you can see it a little bit clearer.
Chargers, may I please have Gerardo come to